more I was digging about Detroit, the more I was discovering why it was the perfect location for this. It's just, the name of the city just came for no reason, and I started digging. It's a city that is really connected with civil rights in the US. Martin Luther King gave a very important speech here in 1963, and there was a freedom march. So for a game that was talking about segregation and prejudice and oppression, it was an interesting city to choose. Well, Detroit is not really about how many endings. There are many different stories, many different branches. What we're trying to do is to create a narrative experience that would be so branching with so many, different options and possibilities that you could really have this feeling of telling your own story through your decisions. So in Detroit, there is no smoking mirrors in the decision that you make. Every single decision has consequences on the plot, so you'd better be careful about each decision that you make because they may change the story. Probably we got inspiration from things that we all know, and I'm a big fan of the golden age of science fiction, which was in the 50s and 60s. Oh, it's been a massive challenge. I mean, we wanted with Detroit to create the most branching narrative we've ever created, so the complexity of the story became really exponential. It was also really complex to write. The script is between 4,000 and 5,000 pages. There are about 65,000 variables that we track across the game, so that's really a lot. Honestly, I like them all. I mean, they all have something I think that is interesting and moving. Detroit offers a slightly more pessimistic and maybe darker vision of the future that maybe I have. My hope is that the world will be much better and that we will, feel conscious about all these possible issues and that we will react soon enough to change things. It's been a lot of work. It's a brand new rendering engine that we developed especially for Detroit, so our programming team is probably one of the best in the world. We worked also with a director of photography coming from cinema, so he really helped us to improve the rendering of the game and just make everything look right regarding lighting, and that's so important.
Normally you get to play a beginning, a middle, and an end. A lot of times the end is the most fun to play. And in this case, we did many different possibilities. So depending on how the player plays, it could be that you have one character or you have a completely other character. Yeah, the biggest difference is probably the amount of material that we do. So on a film and TV show, you might have 8 pages in a day, whereas on Quantic Dream Set, we had maybe 35 pages in one day, because there's no hair and makeup, there's no wardrobe, there's not very much of a set, and so they're able to shoot back to back to back to back. The first thing that we filmed is the hostage scene on the rooftop, and so when I walked out, they would say, the hostage is here, there's a pool here, there's snipers on the roof here, the helicopter comes here, and so you have to pick different points in a big gray room and decide that that's a helicopter and that's a sniper. Yeah, but it's very fun because you get to explore every different possible version of a character. It's what would I do if I was this way? What would I do if I was this way? Connor is analytical first. Everything starts with the mind. His experience can grow. So either he becomes more and more of the mind, or he can become more and more of the heart. This is more fun than anything I have ever done. I think that performance capture is, for an actor, a wonderful combination of the freedom you have in theater, but also the advanced technology that you have with everything that they're building in the computer, and the animation and the cinematography in the computer. So combining the high tech and the very low tech, to me, is exciting. I've played the opening scene of the game, but I haven't played the full game. I'm very excited for Kara and Marcus, because I don't know so much about what will happen. For me, that's more of a mystery. Yes, it's trippy. It's only this much different, so I can tell the difference. My mom can tell the difference. Detroit.